Season's greetings. Hello, everyone. To all my earthlings and bear cubs. This is the Grizzly Mountain Chef right here in the beautiful state of Vermont. And today we're making galumpkies, which is Polish for stuffed cabbage rolls. Yes. Now, you know, the recipes vary. And I'm going to do my version. And you can look on, on the Google stuffed cabbage roll recipes and choose the one you like. Ask your grandmothers, your mothers, if they have a recipe of their own, and go ahead and try it. But I'm doing my recipe that I'm used to growing up with. And stuffed cabbage rolls, galumpkies, yes. So to get started, I've prepped everything ahead of time, and I have 4 cups of rice. Now it's cooked ahead of time, and I've already fluffed it. As you can see, it's nice and fluffy. And what I'm going to do is I have about 1.5 pounds of hamburg. But before I get mixing, I have leftover cabbage. That see the center of this? This used to be where the you take out the middle core of the cabbage, the core, and you put the cabbage in a large cooking pot, which I use this. This is my large cooking pot. And I boiled the head of cabbage ahead of time. This way, you're able to get all of your beautiful leaves of cabbage, see? And they come apart very, very easily. But before you boil, take the core out, put it in a pot with water, fill it up, and let it boil. Then set it aside, and while you have it in the water and it's cooled down a little bit, then you can take, I use these tongs to pull the leaves off, and this is what you get. See? So we'll be stuffing those leaves, cabbage leaves, and then I'm going to use a crock pot. See my crock pot right here next to me. And we're going to use the crock pot, and it's going to take about 2 to 3 hours on low heat to maybe, let's go with 3 to 4 hours so it's nice and cooked through. But the rice is cooked, the cabbage is cooked. The only thing that needs to be cooked is the hamburg. So, if you want to cook it on high, you just got to watch it. But the reason why I have this leftover cabbage is I'm going to put it on the bottom of the crock pot. Yes! And I have my beautiful New Hampshire Woodsmith cutting board, and I'm going to take the leftover cabbage and I'm going to dice it up like so. It doesn't need to be tiny, but what I'm going to do is put this on the bottom of my crock pot. This way the cabbage rolls, while they're cooking, won't stick to the bottom or burn. You don't want it to burn, and that's why I'm going to cook it on low temp. Okay. That ought to do it. Now, that's in the crock pot. Now we're going to take our hamburg. See? Our hamburg. And I'm going to add the rice. And then I'm going to mix it. And I'm using a fork to mix because I want to incorporate the rice and the hamburg together. Now this is going to take a couple minutes, but it'll all come together really, really nicely. And then we'll be able to add our spices, seasonings, etc., etc. I'm slowly working it in. This is looking really, really good. Now, before I use my hands, because I'm going to continue to mix it, I'm going to start adding my ingredients. Now, this is minced onion, and I just use about mixed garlic. Mixed garlic. I'll add that about a tablespoon. Then I'm going to add about 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning. Then I'm going to add cracked pepper. You know me and my cracked pepper. A little bit of salt, not much, because there's salt in the soup that I'm using. Yes, I'm using a type of soup. You'll see in a minute. I'm using tomato soup, 2 cans. Yes. Whoops. Oh my God, I'm screwing up on live channel TV. Those go in the crock pot. Okay, now I'm going to take my hands and I'm just going to work this in a little bit more. So it's all combined. Okay. Wash your hands after using and working with raw hamburg. So now we're going to take our cabbage leaves, and as I go, I'm going to make an incision to remove the larger chunk of cabbage. And then I'm going to add a scoop of my mix of hamburg and rice, and I'm going to start to fold just like that. See? Cabbage roll. I'm going to place it inside my crock pot, and I'm going to go through and do this. And fill these up. And I'm going to keep going until either the crock pot is filled or I'm out of my mix. Always make sure, here I'll move some of this stuff out of the way so you can see. Can you see that? So I put the mixture in, fold over once, then I'm going to fold the sides in, and then I'm going to roll. Ta-da! So let me keep going, and I'll keep showing you. See that core? I take it out. And I add my scoop. If one is kind of broken up and kind of small, you can add it to a second one. This way it doesn't fall apart. Ta-da! Okay, I'm going to do one more. Okay. Now I can talk about the tomato soup. So this is tomato soup, and you use 2 cans, and you can use any type of tomato soup you want. And it just goes right into the, I'm gonna actually mix it in a container ahead of time. This way it's all combined. Okay. 2 cans of tomato soup. Then I'm going to use chicken broth. And you don't need to add the whole thing of chicken broth. You just want to combine the tomato soup really well, because it's kind of a condensed kind of tomato soup. So you want to loosen it up with the broth. Okay, so now it's nice and watery, soupy, and we're going to pour that right over the galumkis, or the rolled cabbage, and we're going to fill it up. I've just added the whole thing, and we're going to add the rest of the chicken broth just so it fills everything up nicely. And that's it. I'm going to put the cover on, and I'm going to set it. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon when I'm doing this. So let's go with high, and I'll watch it. And maybe in like 2 hours, I'll show you the end results. But yeah, follow me on the Grizzly Mountain Chef YouTube channel, Grizzly Mountain Chef. Like, share, and subscribe. And then share with other people and let them know that I'm out in the universe. I also share this on Facebook, if you can find me, John McDonald, and I'll have pictures to share. So yeah, Season's greetings to all my bear cubs and earthlings. This is the Grizzly Mountain Chef in the great state of Vermont. Bye!